we're going to start. Going to do a little video here about not just how to put on a Tallis and Tefillin, which is very important, little halachic guidelines and details about these mitzvahs and how important they are. Now, Tallis is a mitzvah in the Torah. To put on the tzitzis, it's a custom to check the strings every day. That's this. You go from the bottom all the way to the top. It even says in the Kabbalah that it's good for your teeth. How about that? So check them, make sure you have 8 strings from the beginning to the end, and they are separated. Some have the custom to do this when saying the Ketores, which is from the Talmud, which you're allowed to say by heart. And after we check that, we have the custom to kiss it, and we then proceed to put on the Tallis. When we're checking it, we say the Psukim Baruch Nafshes Adonai Lek. When putting on the Tallis now over our head and doing the Atifa, each one does it according to their custom. We start saying the bracha right before the Tallis goes on our head, and say the bracha until the Atifa is finished, and then we hold the Tallis in that position for Hiluch Dalet Amos, which is around 6 seconds or so. That's it, and that is the mitzvah of Tallis. Later on, when we wear the Tallis, it's not atifa, it's not wrapped around us, and therefore it's not considered the mitzvah. This is the mitzvah of the tzitzis, and this is why we're saying the bracha. The reason why we say the bracha from before till the end is because you have to say a bracha before you do a mitzvah. As the Tallis is wrapped like this, as is the Chabad custom, to put the left hand here by your shoulder, right hand over your shoulder, and the Tallis to cover the eyes, not too far. Wrap it around and say the Psukim of Minhag, which is 4 Psukim. We then, my custom, Chabad, is to have the Tallis over the head, the entire davening. Some have a custom not to do that. It is good to have it over the head to say the bracha, the blessing on the shell yad, which we will get to. Pull your sleeve up. And take out the tefillin. The reason why I put on Tallis and before the tefillin is because tadir v'she'ena tadir tadir kaidam. Whatever we do more often, we do first. And we put on a Tallis every day, including Shabbos and Yantif, which we do not put on tefillin. There's a knot here. I'll show you first. The knot is loose a little. There. And we will tighten that as we put it on. As it says in the pasuk, Ukshartem, you're supposed to tighten it around. Now, we'll put it up, so you have around 2 fingers space. You have fingers here, 2 fingers under the tefillin till your elbow. Some of the custom to cover it as their arm is bare and they don't want to say a blessing with their bare arm. So, this is my custom. We take the Tallis, cover it over here, and say Baruch Atah Adonai Le'Hamachol Neshek Yisham Tzvanu V'Neach Tefillin. And obviously, no talking from when putting on the Shal Yag till the Shal Rosh. Even if you do say a bracha on the Shal Rosh, and that is your custom, Ashkenazi custom, there's no talking allowed. Chabad, we have a shin here, 3 straps, and then the tefillin is here. Tefillin must go next to the heart. In order to make the tefillin go next to your heart, just put your hand straight down, and when it's straight down, just relax your hand. The side of the tefillin, which is this side, right here, should just be against your chest, right here. If you put your arm straight, it should just be slightly slanted in. Obviously, lefty will put the tefillin on their right hand. Make sure again, 2 fingers. Mine's a little too low. Pick it up a little. Very important that the rosh, the shel rosh, the back, which you can't see, should be in your hair. So it shouldn't be lower than your hairline. It should be in your hair, but under like the skull. You feel that bump. The side ritzua, if you see here, should be higher than your ear by a little bit. It should not be under your ear. In order that the tefillin on top should be by your original hairline. Make sure it's in the middle. And then we take the hand tefillin, wrap it around the finger, as is your custom. There's different customs about this, exactly how to do it. And make it tight, so it doesn't go around. It's very important that the tefillin is tight on the hand and the head. The mitzvah is that they have to be on and they have to stay in place. They cannot be loose. The hand tefillin especially, move your hand around, has to stay in place. And when putting on the head tefillin, at one point, you're supposed to have the kavanah that's written in a lot of siddur that Hashem commanded us to put on the tefillin by our hand and our head to remind us of Yitzias Mitzrayim, and that Hashem gave us the Torah, and Hashem wants us to remember that Hashem is one. And through doing this, and we think about it, and putting tefillin on our heart and our head, our heart where our taivas are, our worldly desires, and even our head where our neshama is, our spiritual soul, everything should be towards the service of God. That's why the ritzuas from the head tefillin go all the way down to our legs, that everywhere we step, everywhere we go, everything we think, everything we do, should all be towards the service of God. We have 7 straps on the hand. These 7 straps represent the 7 midos, 7 emotions that a person has to give or to take back, or to hold back, to strive, to succeed. All these things should all be towards good and goodness. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.